Hello, Marvel64 here, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. You should... Do I really need to introduce this? May as well. Welcome to Let's Play Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. This game is epic. It's aged surprisingly well, actually. But anyway, long ago in the beautiful kingdom of Hyrule, surrounded by mountains and forests, legends told of an omnipotent and omniscient golden power that resided in a hidden land. Ooh. Many people aggressively sought to enter the hidden golden land, but no one ever returned. One day, evil power began to flow from the golden land. Now I'm starting to flood my lines. So the king commanded 7 wise men, changed the sages in the GBA version, to seal the gate to the land of the golden power. One's tinier than the other. That seal should have remained for all time. But when these events were obscured by the mists of time and became legend. Nice Mo 7 there. And a skeleton. A mysterious wizard known as Aginim thing came to Hyrule to release the seal. He eliminated the good king of Hyrule. Well, to be fair, he looks like looks like an ox, to be fair. Thinking, no, those bones are probably his ears, but do ears have bones? Never mind. Through evil magic, he began to make descendants of the 7 wise men vanish, one after another. And he does it in an impressive light show. Those with epilepsy might want to look away. And the time of destiny for Princess Zelda is drawing near. So yes, shit's just gone down in Hyrule. But anyway, what are we gonna name our hero? I'm naming Link, because everyone names him Link. It is his official name after all. But anyway, the Japanese version actually used a pretty boring looking player select, or far select, so we got the better end of the deal. Hell yes. But anyway, let's begin. Help me. Please help me. I'm a prisoner in the dungeon of the castle. My name is Zelda. The wizard again, I can't pronounce that name, has done something to the other missing girls. Now only I remain. I got him a seal control of the castle and is now trying to open the 7 wise men seal. I'm in the dungeon of the castle. Please help me. Who's that? Link, I'm going out for a while. I'll be back by morning. Don't leave the house. Are we going to listen to him? I don't think so. But it's ready for battle, which has got me curious. But anyway, what can we do? Well, we can, with A, grab things, pull, we can push, we can pick up pots, we can drop the sub-screen. All our little skills are at do with the A button. Sorry about that. We have nothing on us. This game was ported to the Virtual Console and the GBA version. Even though I'm playing the Super Nintendo version, I personally think the GBA version is probably the most superior version, due to the fact that it changes some dialogue to make a bit more sense. And it overall tweaks the game, but to be slightly more enjoyable than it already is. Although probably my biggest complaints about that version is a really bright graphics. To be fair, they're not bad, but they're kind of a bit brighter than the original. That's kind of a picky point though. And the sound was kind of butchered. Or to be fair, that's because the GBA's speakers were not very good. Well, aside from Golden Sun and... Oh, thank you. Thank you for the information. Thank you for interrupting me. And again, Golden Sun and Minish Cap had some of the best soundtrack on the GBA. Hey, the Warrior games even have vocals. In the GBA version, when you pick up a magical item, you get filled up with magic power, which is nice. In the original, you had to go find it yourself. And there's a hole down here. Some of the sound was butchered in the GBA version. This is what I was talking about earlier. Probably the worst is a sound effect later, which is changed from a pretty nice, awesome sound to ear rape. But no, Uncle. Take my sword and shield. Listen and listen. You can focus power in the blade. Hold the B button. You sit using a special secret technique handed down by our people. You can do it. Save Princess. Zelda is your uncle. Wake up! Wake up, you old man! Telling me. Princess Zelda's my what? Fuck, he died. Oh, sorry. That was a bit mood whiplash there. But anyway, he died. Obviously. Don't worry, you'll get better. Very late in the game, of course. He was talking about the spin attack. Added into new to this game. We can also stab walls with our sword and enemies. You can find out secret passages with this, but I'm not going to use it right now. It's not really useful in this game. Well, aside from its BS only sequel, Bando Servo sequel, which I might cover. In fact, in the original, in the GBA version, his line was actually changed to something like, "Oh, always remember our time together." They kind of moved that ambiguously biggest line, although it came back in the bonus dungeon. Many people have wondered what that means, what he's trying to say. Although personally, I think he must have meant something like, "Zelda is your destiny. It's your destiny to save Zelda," or something like that. Oh, and if you didn't pick up the lantern, we get it here. But right now, because we already have it, we just get a blue rupee, which gives us 5 rupees. We'll see more colours when we go on. And this guy can see me through this bush or whatever. Somebody give this guy a promotion. He's a soldier. Those soldiers we attacked earlier have these little daggers, and this is probably the only colour type of them you'll ever see. The soldier I just threw bushes at and killed with a bush, pussy, is a soldier that actually charges at you on sight. More aggressive than the knife wielding ones. Well, I think they're knives, unless they're short swords. easy enemies to defeat. We saw a blue one, which actually takes 3 hits instead of 2. Oh, and something good about the super technique is that it causes double damage. So while a sword has an attack power of 1, which is what the one by the sword is, 4, with the spin attack we can do 2 damage. And later on we're going to get better swords and cause all that damage output to be even more insane. Although to be fair, it is insane already. But we've got the map and the small key. Small keys open doors. Map gives us all the dungeon, layout of the dungeon, so we can see how big the bloody thing is. Although to be fair, the game already tells you how many floors there are, because this one has 5 and there's about 5 floors and there's 3 basements. I really like how there's a little, what looks like a floor underneath F1. In the remake, in the GBA port, they kind of changed 1F and 2F a bit, going for more real life floor naming conventions by saying ground floor, 1F, so on and so forth. It's kind of jarring if you're used to the GBA version, but oh well. It's actually a glitch you can do with Princess Zelda. Although I think that's a bit spoilers, but I'll cover that later. We've got more guys over here. There's nothing wrong, there's nothing bad coming out of letting these guys see you. Just smack them with your sword and they're done. That was a room where doors lock until you kill all the enemies in the room. There's going to be a few of those. Most use puzzle. And we got the boomerang. It's a good weapon, but I like the bow and arrows a bit more. Although to be fair, I don't like the bow and arrows in later games because I suck at aiming. Oh my god. Hey, in Wind Waker I tried to snipe moblins from the 2nd floor. It didn't end very well, let's say, although to be fair, Hyrule in Wind Waker is pure hell. Especially when you have about 50 darkness coming out at you with moblins thrown in the mix, when you're trying to kill one and you have others trying to kill you at the same time. Oh, fuck darkness, fuck them all. Then we have one chain soldier. Takes a lot of hits if you attack him normally, but I'm a cheating bastard, so I'm gonna throw pots at his face. Because why not? We need a bit more action in here. We've got the big key, the master key of the dungeon. It can open many locks that small keys cannot. Like prison doors, for instance. The wizard is magic controlling all the soldiers in the castle. And she fears the worst for her father, although to be fair, I think he's dead. Do you understand? Yes. Who bloody pressed it? Who selects? Not at all. I mean, really, let's be honest. I know it's a secret path, but first we must go. We have to go to the first floor. Let's go. And if you didn't get the lamp in chest at home or the chest at in the secret path to the castle, you can find it in here. But now we've got Zelda following us. Probably, well, there's a few times where I'll have someone following us, but it's probably the most major part. Probably the only one that's actually needed, technically. Or not even optional. I think. The glitch I was talking about earlier is when if you jump off a height, well, off a higher tier with Zelda, and you save and quit and then reload your file and take a hit, you can sink through the floor and go through many of the doors in the game in memory. Because the dungeons are actually one big map. Believe it or not. Ow. Ow. I think you can even have a really odd, go into a room with a really odd palette that kind of looks like the background of the intro. Hey, you can even, hey, on real hardware, I've managed to crash the game by being killed by Virtuous. I've actually never completed the Super Nintendo version because my cartridge, I think its save battery has actually died. So it won't save. But I've beaten the GBA version. Although to practice this, I completed the whole thing and finished the whole thing on SNES emulator. But anyway, I'm just going to say now, this is not really going to be 100%. I'm missing the Cane of Briner. I'm probably never going to get. Although to be fair, there's never really a time where that item is actually very useful. Well, at least from my knowledge. By the time you can get it, you have no use for it. I better equip me lamp. Well, there's a few. I've only managed to finish the game with 18 hearts, and I missed a few heart pieces. I'm not really sure where all of them are. To be honest, well, to be fair, there's probably some in. There's one in a mini game later, but I can't stand the mini game, so sod that for starters. Ow! Bloody snakes! Ow! That. As H.C. Bailey, what the hell? Bailey called them, winged hellspawn of Satan. Bats in any video game are incredibly annoying. Well, to be fair, if anyone's played quite a few games, they'll already know that. Or Castlevania in general. But in general, fuck bats. Well, to be fair, Zubats aren't annoying. They're just so shit. Ooh! We got a red rupee, which actually gives us 20 rupees. Ow. My pot went over his head. Smashing rats with pots. My god, they're cruel. But oh well, they steal your money in the later games. They deserve it. And oh, rats in Wind Waker. Rats in Wind Waker. Hate those things. God damn it, aren't they so annoying? Especially when they knock you... Hell! In the stealth section, I had a really weird moment where I was hiding in a barrel, and the rat somehow managed to hit me out the barrel, launch me out, and get caught by a moblin. I don't know what happened, unless I moved a bit forward, but the rat just knocked me flying out the barrel. It was odd, and very annoying at the same time. In fact, this was actually going to be a different LP, actually. But said game I'm having a surprisingly hard time on. I'm having horrible luck on, and to be fair, I just gave up and decided to do this while it's fresh on my brain. Put the switch over there. there's two switches. One just gets you. Pulling the left one rewards you with Indiana Jones' worst fear: snakes. If you press this one, well, I already explained about why are there snakes on this motherfucking plane. I'm sorry, I had to. Samuel L. Jackson forever. He was also as Mace Windu. Yes, I think you helped me escape from the dungeon while I was captured by the wizard. He said once I finish you, the final one, the seal of the wise men will open. So thanks to our efforts, we have just pissed off Agurnim and delayed the opening of the seal. If Lee's seal, the 7 wise men, evil power will overwhelm the sand. Before that happens, before it's too late, destroy the wizard before he destroys all of Hyrule. You can do it. You can. Old Man says the only weapon potent enough to defeat the wizard is the legendary Master Sword. First appearance of the weapon. Magic Sword does not count. It's a completely different weapon. It said the village elder is descendant of one of the 7 wise men. Maybe he can tell you more. I'll mark his house on your map, but watch your safety. No, every move I mean. I'm certain the castle soldiers will be looking for you now. I'll hide Princess Zelda here. I was about to say Celia for some reason. Do not worry, seek the elder. Do you understand? Yes. And in this, we get a hot container. Probably any Zelda. No, actually, the original had all kinds of a whole bunch of art containers all over the place. But this is actually technically a dungeon, and there's actually an unused graphics in the code that actually has a ordinate opening doorway here, but they were never used. But anyway, I don't know how long I've been recording for. But anyway, I'll see you next time, where we'll actually explore Hyrule and find the Elder.